Let's get started. I'm going to talk about the most important things to know about global warming. As you know, global warming is the gradual heating of Earth's surface, oceans and atmosphere because of greenhouse gas. I'd like to be talking about three main things. Firstly, the fact that greenhouse gas emissions are increasing year by year. Secondly, about what things how to stop global warming. And finally, about measures against global warming, what we can do. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them at any time. So firstly, the fact that greenhouse gas emissions are increasing year by year. Opportunities to consume energy along with that economic development increase, and greenhouse gas emissions are increasing year by year. Most developed countries aim to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. However, while least developed countries think about global warming, they emit a lot of greenhouse gases. Originally, the increase in greenhouse gas emissions is due to the developing countries, so it's natural that they must reduce them. On the other hand, in order to raise the standard of the country, the least developed countries are releasing a lot of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide. Secondly, about what things how to stop global warming. Many of the greenhouse gases that are the cause of global warming are carbon dioxide. About 20% of carbon dioxide emissions in Japan are emitted from the transport sector. If we turn into electric cars, we can cut greenhouse gases by about 10% of the total. There is another way. For example, there is method to reduce the power generation by abolishing coal-fired thermal power generation, which is the biggest source of carbon dioxide emissions, and incorporating power generation methods using biofuel such as methane. It is possible to reduce a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. Until now, biomass power generation has been regarded as having problems with energy efficiency and amount of initial investment, but in recent years, countries that are introducing has increased. I think that it is unavoidable to increase greenhouse gas emissions as technology development progresses. However, I think we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions more and prevent global warming by reviewing source of greenhouse gas emissions and energy production methods. Finally, about measures against global warming that we can do. In Japan, until now, we have shown that people that measures against global warming. For example, call for a review of the temperature setting of the air conditioner. Plastic bags at supermarkets was became to need payment. However, the most important thing to think about is that each person will raise their awareness of global warming. Turning now to think the method. For example, there is a graph that can know the threat by visualizing global warming. If you look at this, you can see how much average temperature is rising compared to the old days. Understanding the situation that we are currently putting can increase the awareness of global warming. Then, I think I was concerned about temperature setting of natural and air conditioner, used hot water of bath for washing clothing. Welcome to carry an eco bag. We are coming to the end of today's presentation. Before I finish, let me just say summary of this presentation. Firstly, developed countries are trying to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. However, least developed countries still have an increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Secondly, I think we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and prevent global warming by reviewing source of greenhouse gas emission and energy production methods. Finally, if we raise awareness about global warming spontaneously, we are able to take measures against global warming. So, I would suggest that we must think about taking measures against global warming that we can do. In conclusion, there are various causes for global warming which are all over the world, but by solving from small problems, it's possible to reduce greenhouse gases and clean the earth. Thank you for listening.